Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cafe con Leche. I'm Leche, this is Cafe, Christian and Diego. Today we're going to be going over some quad exercises. First one is actually going to be my personal favorite, the Poliquin split squat. It's named after a strength coach called Charles Poliquin who passed away a few years ago. But this split squat is kind of a little bit different than like a traditional one that we usually see, where we kind of just drop both knees and bend into like a 90-degree angle. With this one, we're trying to achieve as much knee flexion as possible in the front leg. What is also another benefit from this one is also a stretch with the back leg, so you're going to be stretching your hip flexor of the stabilizing leg. So I'm going to have Diego here. We're going to start from easiest to hardest. Diego's going to place his right leg up on the box here. The more we elevate his front foot, the easier it's going to be. Basically, the less load is going to be here. This can be used for kind of any level of client, no matter their age or training age. This is just going to be the easiest version. So Diego's going to kind of think about working his front leg by driving his front knee forward here over his toe. We're not going to the inside of the toe or the outside of the toe. He's going directly to the knee over like your second toe. And he's going to think about keeping his back leg nice and straight. One thing I like to add with this is tempo. This is very neuromuscular, heavy, just you have to know kind of how to control the weight. I actually have Diego move his back foot a little bit further back just so he can sink into his front hip a little bit more. And he's going to have a nice tall chest, squeezing the butt cheek of the back left foot and driving forward. So we like to have a tempo usually about 3 to 4 seconds on the way down and then drive back up fast because we want our muscles to contract. If you have someone that still has a little bit problem with stabilization or balance, I can actually hand these 2 sticks here to help balance. So when we drive down, when we get all the way down to this portion, this is where we're the weakest. So our muscles stretch the most. So we're not going to have as much, just balance at that end range. So we get all the way down here to the bottom, and we push back up. Still have that tempo and such. And if that's still a little bit too easy, we can move on to the next thing. So if you notice, the next thing has this giant wedge here. That's what these are called, for squatting wedges. What this does is basically take ankle mobility out as a limiter for our squat. So a lot of people can't drive their knee as far forward because of how much limited ankle mobility we have. So that's why we elevate their heel. So I'm going to have Diego have his heel up on the wedge and toes actually on the box riser here. So we're not fully to the ground yet. Same concept here, but you have a lot more range of motion as you travel through the split squat. Same concept, you're still driving that knee forward as far as you can while trying to keep the back leg extended. You can't really see on this side. I'm actually going to have Diego switch legs real quick for you. And you're going to see his back leg here, right here in the front where you can see his left hand. His hip flexors here in the front, you're getting that stretch. So we always strengthen through lengthening. That's always a good term to remember. And drive that knee forward. And again, if this is a little too hard for someone, but they do have that range of motion because they can get to this level, you can add those sticks into it. And of course, making this harder with anyone, they can hold dumbbells on the side, they can hold a kettlebell goblet style and such. And then we're going to kick this out. We're going to go to the hardest version. And we're just going to go wedge on the ground. So I can move it a little bit closer to me. Perfect. So now, as we've gone down or increased our progressions here, we're actually combating more with gravity. So we have more travel or more distance to travel here, and you're driving all the way down. Again, add some tempo to this. Your clients will hate this. If you're just doing this to work out with yourself, you will hate this. But it is one of my favorite exercises. This definitely helps with a lot of muscular imbalances between your left and your right side. Thank you.